What is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my DVD collection for 2012 and part 2 of the drama section. So last time we finished with the E's, so let's get started with the F's. Up first we have Elia Kazan's A Face in the Crowd from 1957. A great movie with Andy Griffith and Patricia Neal. Next we have Failsafe, a great Sidney Lumet film from 1964 with Henry Fonda and Walter Matthau. Next we have Fair Game on Blu-ray from 2010, a good film with Naomi Watts and Sean Penn. Next we have the 1992 classic Far and Away, Ron Howard film with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. Up next we have Finding Forrester from 2000, one of Sean Connery's last great performances. Great movie this one. Next we have Finding Neverland from 2004, the story of how sort of Peter Pan was created with Johnny Depp, Kate Winslet, Julie Christie, and Dustin Hoffman. Next we have Five Easy Pieces, a great movie with Jack Nicholson from 1970. Next we have Forrest Gump from 1994, one of the best films of the 90s, of course, with Tom Hanks. Okay, moving on down here, we have Floss Nixon from 2008, a great movie with Kevin Bacon, Frank Langella and Michael Sheen, about Richard Nixon and the interview by a journalist. Next we have Gandhi from 1982, of course, classic with Ben Kingsley. Gentleman's Agreement from 1947 with Gregory Peck, Dorothy McGuire, and John Garfield. Next we have Giant, classic from 1956 with Liz Taylor, Rock Hudson, and James Dean. Just an epic sweeping movie, this about the oil business. Next we have Glengarry Glen Ross, one of the greatest sort of very talky movies of the 90s. A great film from 1990 with Al Pacino, Jack Lemmon, Kevin Spacey, Alec Baldwin, Ed Harris. Just love this film. Next we have Gods and Monsters from 1998, a great movie about James Whale with Ian McKellen, Brendan Fraser, and Lynn Redgrave. Next we have Gone Baby Gone, the first film directed by Ben Affleck, of course, with Casey Affleck, Michelle Monaghan, Morgan Freeman, and Ed Harris. Next, of course, we have Gone with the Wind, which I have on display, of course, classic from 1939 with Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh. Next, we have Good Night and Good Luck from 2005, great movie directed by George Clooney, of course, with David Strathairn, Patricia Clarkson, Clooney himself, Jeff Daniels, Robert Downey Jr., and Frank Langella. Next we have Good Will Hunting, one of my favorite films of the 90s, from 1997, this brilliant Gus Van Sant movie with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Robin Williams, and Minnie Driver. Next we have Grand Canyon from 1991, a film by Lawrence Kasdan with Danny Glover, Kevin Kline, Steve Martin, Mary McDonnell, Mary Louise Parker. Great movie, this one. Next we have a classic from the 30s, Grand Hotel from 1932 with Greta Garbo and John Barrymore. Next we have The Grapes of Wrath, one of my favorite films of the 40s, from 1940, awesome film with Henry Fonda. Next we have Cecil B. DeMille's The Greatest Show on Earth from 1952. Next we have The Green Mile from 1999, a great Frank Darabont movie with Tom Hanks, the late great Michael Clark Duncan. Awesome film, this one. Next we have Greenberg on Blu-ray from 2010 with Ben Stiller and Greta Gerwig. I really enjoyed this movie. Reese Ifans is great as well in this. Next we have Guilty by Suspicion from 1991 with Robert De Niro. Good film about the McCarthy hearings. Next we have Hamlet, the 1996 Kenneth Branagh version. Next we have Hearts in Atlantis from 2001 with Anthony Hopkins. Underrated film, this one. Next we have Heavenly Creatures, a great Peter Jackson movie from 1994 and Kate Winslet's first performance. Love this movie. Next we have The Heiress from, when did this come out? I think it's 1942, I believe, with Olivia de Havilland. Good film. Next we have The Help on Blu-ray, a great movie from last year, of course, with Emma Stone, Jessica Chastain, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Oscar winner, what was her name? Octavia Spencer, that's it. And Viola Davis, very good as well. Next we have Henry V, Kenneth Branagh's version from 1989. Oh, my back is killing me. Next we have Hereafter on Blu-ray, underrated Clint Eastwood film from 2010 in my opinion with Matt Damon. The tsunami scene is pretty awesome in this. Really looking forward to The Incredible this fall as well. Next we have Higher Learning from 1995. Great cast, of course, about sort of racial tensions on the college. I also have the soundtrack for this movie. John Singleton film. Next we have Hollywoodland from 2006. Great movie about the apparent suicide of TV Superman, played by Ben Affleck, Adrian Brody, and Diane Lane. Great in this film. Next we have Hotel Rwanda from 2004. Great movie, of course, with Don Cheadle. Next we have The Hours from 2002. Great film with Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, and Nicole Kidman, which she won her Best Actress Oscar for. Next we have How Green Was My Valley from 1941, a great film with Walter Pidgeon, Maureen O'Hara, and Anna Lee. Next we have HUD, one of my favorite Paul Newman films from 1963. Patricia Neal is awesome in this film. Next we have The Ides of March on Blu-ray from last year. Very good film, I thought. Ryan Gosling, George Clooney, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Paul Giamatti, Marissa Tomei, Jeffrey Wright, and Evan Rachel Wood. Great film directed by George Clooney. Next we have The Illusionists, the other magician movie of 2006, of course, with The Prestige. I like this just as much, with Paul Giamatti, Edward Norton, and Jessica Biel. Next we have In America from 2003, a great movie about Irish immigrants in New York. Neil Jordan film. Oh, wait, that's not right. Jim Sheridan, sorry. Speaking of Neil Jordan, we have In the Name of the Father from 1989, a great film with Daniel Day-Lewis. What am I saying, 89? This came out in 93, I believe, with Daniel Day-Lewis and Emma Thompson. Nope, that's Jim Sheridan again. I'm getting my Irish directors mixed up. You have to forgive me. Next we have Inherit the Wind from 1960 with Spencer Tracy, Frederick March, and Gene Kelly. Great movie about the debate between creationism and Darwinism. Absolutely love this movie. Next we have The Insider from 1999. Awesome Michael Mann film with Russell Crowe and Al Pacino. One of the best films of that year. Next we have J. Edgar from last year on Blu-ray. I really like this movie, of course directed by Clint Eastwood and starring Leo DiCaprio as J. Edgar Hoover. Okay, next we have Judgment at Nuremberg from 1961 with a great cast: Spencer Tracy, Burt Lancaster, Marlena Dietrich, Judy Garland, a host of great actors. Great film. Next we have Julius Caesar from 1953 with Marlon Brando and James Mason. Great film this. Oh, my back. The King's Speech on Blu-ray from 2010, the Best Picture winner that year, of course. Great film with Colin Firth. Brilliant performance by Jeffrey Rush, I thought. And Helena Bonham Carter. Next we have Kinsey from 2004, a great movie about sex with Liam Neeson and Laura Linney. Very underrated actress in my opinion. I think she's just great in everything she does. Next we have Julie and Julia from 2009 with Meryl Streep and Amy Adams and Stanley Tucci. I like the older versions, well not versions, the scenes in this movie. The stuff between Meryl Streep and Stanley Tucci I liked more than the modern stuff with Amy Adams. Still a good film though. Next we have King's Row from 1941 with Ann Sheridan and Robert Cummings. Ronald Reagan in this as well. Next we have The Killing Fields, awesome film from 1984 set in Cambodia, directed by Roland Joffe. Next we have Kramer vs. Kramer, a great film from 1979, Best Picture winner that year with Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep. The Last Picture Show, one of my favorite films from the 70s, awesome film from 1971 with Timothy Bottoms, Jeff Bridges, Ellen Burstyn, Randy Quaid, Cloris Leachman, and Sybil Shepherd. Next we have Leaving Las Vegas from 1995, awesome performances by Nicolas Cage and Elizabeth Shue. Next we have Legends of the Fall from 1994, awesome film of course with Anthony Hopkins, Brad Pitt, Aidan Quinn, and Julia Ormond. Next we have Less Than Zero, great film from 1987 with Robert Downey Jr., Andrew McCarthy, and Jamie Gertz. Life is Beautiful from 1998, one of my favorite foreign films ever. Just brilliant film by Roberto Benigni. His performance is just sublime. Next we have The Life of David Gale from 2003. I know a lot of people didn't like this film, but I thought it was great. Kevin Spacey, Kate Winslet, and Laura Linney. Great film that sort of gives a great debate for against the death penalty. Next we have The Lion in Winter from 1968, classic with Peter O'Toole and Katharine Hepburn. Next we have Little Children, a great film from 2006 with Kate Winslet, Jennifer Connelly, and Patrick Wilson. What's his name? Jackie Earl Haley basically steals this film. He's just brilliant. Next we have The Little Foxes from, geez, when did this come out? It's like 1943, I believe, with Bette Davis. 41, sorry. And I'm gonna end on the L's for this video, and we end with Stanley Kubrick's Lolita. classic film from 1962 with James Mason, Shelley Winters, and Peter Sellers. So that is part 2 of drama. Up next, of course, will be part 3. Yeah, I think we'll do 4 for drama. So thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.